Hi everyone, I am going to make a one-take video, my first ever, and instead of taking pictures, still pictures of my garden for the past, this will be my third summer here at Dayton Acres, I'm going to take a video and capture beginning of spring, this is beginning of April, trying to get a lot of things done in a timely fashion, especially my greenhouse, so that I can start planting my seedlings and pulling things outside to harden off and all those nice things. So I'm going to flip the camera around and Theo will be tagging along with us to see what's happening around the aPORCHecary. So, walking in, this is my entry, the gate, and getting ready to plant some pots outside. We'll have some morning glories that come up on the vine and go up and over the top of the gate and connect with the morning glories in the planter on the other side on Nancy's barn. Hi, Theo. Okay, here we go. So this is the entry coming in, and down along the side here I've been encouraging the Heartsease to keep coming back, and last summer I made a really nice oil with these flowers, the Heartsease, or commonly known as Johnny Jump Ups, and they're incredible for the skin. So I'm going to be reformulating a lot of my herbal products on my website to reflect what I'm growing here. And along this path here, in the summertime, I keep this watered quite a lot, and actually really helps to help cool my house. This is the north side of the house, and there's moss that grows along here. It's very cool. Over on this side is a planter that I've been really working with a lot the last 2 summers. It was more morning glories here, so we just have this blob of morning glories in the summer over the gate. It's really cool. So here I've been working a lot with this bed. It had a few things in it, but it was really just a work in progress from when the previous tenant moved out, and I've been adding a lot of things to it. I thought these were strawberries in the corner. I'm not going to remember any of the ornamental names of plants right now. These in the corner look like strawberries, but they're not. But I have been looking them up and recording them. I'm just not going to remember them right now. So here we have like a purple sage and an anise hyssop. We have lemon balm, 2 types of lavender. I have the Provençal and the head coat. I've been cutting back and separating a lot of the iris. This iris has been here for a very long time, and it's spread around the property. So I've been taking away from this and making room for more things. Still leaving a lot of my dead leaves and things for the bugs and insects and other things. We have toads, a lot of toads. Millicent is hiding around here somewhere. So I'm leaving a lot of that stuff and really just trying to go for the tall stuff, and hopefully not disturb too many things too early. So I'm just kind of leaving the iris alone right now. There's another type of iris that I received from a friend over here that I put in, and this is the Padilla iris or orris root. It smells like grape Kool-Aid, the flowers do, and the root is used as a fixer for perfume, and I'm sure other things, but that's how I know it. So those are little guys, and those will be popping up. Tons of catnip everywhere. I'm trying to limit how much catnip we have. And then if you remember last summer, this is Millicent's little day spa, and it was just absolutely covered with California poppy. So there's a lot of poppy that comes up along the edge here, and I have echinacea, angustifolia, and then there's feverfew, and I believe I have some, perhaps, mugwort or something. Anyway, there's something mixed up in the feverfew that looks very similar to the feverfew, and I don't know what it is, but it is some kind of a bitter, like the feverfew as well. I planted 2 types of Asclepias, the milkweed and then the butterfly weed. So tuberosa, Asclepias tuberosa, and another one. Hopefully my Chinese motherwort will come back. I've been having a little trouble with it, but I do have some seeds, of course, so I keep trying, and some ground cover. This is a butterfly bush. There was 2 in here. I took out 1 and just left this one. It's not a complete food for the butterflies. It doesn't quite give them their full food cycle, so having the milkweed next to it is more supportive for the butterflies, what I learned. And in the little corner here, a little greenhouse that could. I lost the instructions somehow, so fortunately they were really easy to find online. So that's what I'm going to do after the video, is try and finish the greenhouse today. It's a beautiful sunny day, and so then I can do my planting. And everything is just in a state here. I'm going to be... this was just used previously as different piles of yard and gardening materials, the small pea gravel, different kinds of stone, and then it had wood chips, but I've been slowly using all of it and then making space to create more for a flower bed. I would like to put a hops. I'm going to buy a hops plant here this afternoon and have it come in shortly, and we're going to put a trellis here and put hops, and I've put some cosmos seeds and trying to get some pineapple weed growing over here. We'll see what happens. Or wild chamomile. Looks like chamomile with the yellow, big yellow center, but it doesn't have any leaves around it. Got lilac bush in the corner. Overwintered well. Nancy, here's Nancy's hoop house. Still a work in progress. Over here, getting the vegetable medicinal garden area, pulling things out from the barn and getting them out and getting the beds ready to go. This one is empty right now. It has a random couple garlics in there that I missed. This one, I put some chickweed in, and of course the G-dang squirrels keep burying things everywhere, digging holes, the battle with the squirrels. And then redoing the irrigation, the drip lines, need to take all this out and redo it. And then here is arugula that just keeps rewilding, and I just absolutely love it. The bees love the blossoms, and I just literally just let it go crazy. The most beautiful thing that the previous resident here did is she let her plants color outside the lines. So there are a lot of unexpected things popping up in nooks and crannies. She planted a lot of medicinal herbs, incidentally, that to her perhaps were ornamental, but I've just was a boon for me. So all along the edge here, these are garlic chives, and they're starting to micronize out as in time the ground gets mowed, the quote-unquote grass gets mowed. It's starting to spread out and micronize, but we get a nice batch of the chives along the edge of the garden bed here, and it goes around this side, and this is actually a lot of micronized yarrow. In here there's yarrow, oregano, the chives. I'm bringing in some white clover to mix in with the grass so it's more drought resistant. Don't have to mow as much. It's just easier to maintain, less water. And then these are all just a work in progress. My hula hoop house, literally hula hoop, 2 hula hoops cut in half, clip some clear shower curtains over the top, and you're done. It's great. I did some winter greens. Now I have my garlic that I planted in the fall is coming up well and sprinkled with the eggshells for nutrients. And then in this bed, this is more of a medicinal bed, although I think I'm going to plant my tomatoes in here. Last year I'm 0 for 5 on tomatoes. I'm planting them over in these beds, but I believe they don't get sun early enough in the day, so they just don't do well. They need full sun, so I'm going to plant them over here. They get sun first thing in the morning, all day long. And in here, here's some narrow leaf plantain, which is very nice and soothing for the skin. A bunch of borage will volunteer in here. I don't see any coming up as of yet. This is some Roman chamomile. By the way, I buy a lot of my medicinal plants, seeds and starters from Strictly Medicinals. Risho is fantastic, he and his team. So here's some chamomile that's coming back up. So this is a plant I've been nursing along, so I'm glad it survived the winter, and I think it'll be very robust this summer. And then this is 2 incredible comfrey plants. They just are giant monsters. So this is definitely part of the aPORCHecary offerings through the summer, as I'll have small batches of herbs and other vegetables, hopefully, to share with others. Okay, don't forget your bird baths. This is what's not just a bird bath. This is our community water hole. I have a few of them around the yard. This one is used by the cat, the dog, the squirrels, the birds. I like watching the birds take baths here. I put the sprinkler around it, and they come and just have a wild time. It's really fun. And the bees and the wasps and everybody uses the water holes and the bird feeder. Okay, and so, sorry to spin. This, I've planted 2 elderberries. It's hard to see right now, but I've planted 2 elderberry bushes, 2 different varietals. There's a little golden currant bush in the corner, and I'm in the process of trying to get peony and poppies going along here. There's more iris, really tall, dark purple iris. I'm not sure what kind they are. And getting back around to the Porch Bee Hotel. And so we have hollyhock. This is a huge lump of yarrow that completely edges my yard. I did have some calendula in this pot, but I just bought some earthifer calendula seeds, and so I think I'm going to be planting them along this new planter over here, so I'm eager to get that going. The earthifer calendula is, I believe, a European variety that was supposed to be enhanced medicinal properties, deep orange. So I'm really excited about that. I love the color that calendula imparts on in the oils that I use. And on that note, I will be, in addition to the Heartsease oil, I'm also going to be making a lot of my new body care formulations with dandelion oil. Dandelions haven't started to come up yet, but my yard gets full of them, and I pick as many as I can and eat them and make oil and use it in every possible way. Eat the greens. Dandelion, every single part of the dandelion is edible and useful and amazing. Poor dandelions get a bad name. Okay, so the aPORCHecary, we're still getting ready. Everything's kind of in a state of flux right now. And I'm not going to go into super detail about what's going on here, but again, the previous person that lived here planted, this was the most developed part around the porch, and just beautiful, beautiful ornamentals in here, lilies, sedums, lots of things I would have never thought to plant myself as an herbalist. I was just think, how could I use it? Everything's useful. But in here, I'm putting in like there's skullcap, pulsatilla, there's blue vervain, this big pot right here, that's nettles. Been successful so far at playing roulette, cutting back the seeds, not letting it get out of control. So far so good at staying put. Usually put watercress and gotu-kola in here. This gets part shade, which is nice. For spring, I like to just come out and pick on my greens. The watercress is one of my favorite. And then I'll do a couple plants of gotu-kola and harvest those and make tincture and oil. And still getting my pots ready, pulling things out of the barn. Over here, I've been fascinated. There's some Bellum Canda lilies, blackberry lilies. I've taken some photos of them before and posted them, but I've been trying to propagate more. Really excited. Another the bees and the birds favored this one. Millicent has dibs on this one over here, Millicent the toad. And hummingbird feeder, I haven't filled it up yet. I think it's perhaps almost time to start doing that. Migration season will be soon. And I'd like to give a big shout out to my friends Scott Parsons and Matthew Dobeck. They helped me out tremendously, and Carl Parsons, tremendously with my porch. I will be posting some photos of the past 2 summers when I moved in and the progression of the porch, but it's still a work in progress. But they really helped me get over a hump with this last summer, and I'm able to keep moving on with some more of my ideas that I'd like to do with that. And then we're coming around back into this really cool, shady corner. It does get some fairly strong afternoon sun, but it's mostly in the shade for most of the day, and it's just wonderful. I have some Arnica chaminosus that I was able to establish, and it's spreading. Can't see it coming up yet. A nice juniper that got a really strange hack job. Somebody did some interesting arborism on this. I don't know what the word is, but it's sorry. So I'm just trying to reshape it somehow, not trying to cut it back too much. Then we also have some viola that I planted 2 years ago, again from Strictly Medicinals. Also, the Arnica chaminosus is from Strictly. I'm going to plant some great blue lobelia. Here I wrestled to get some kind of sage out of there. I've been doing some more landscaping, just using things that I'm finding around the property. Big old pot and this big stone and these beautiful mossy bricks that I found. There's a lot of moss over here. And then again, just along between the walk and the grass, this is all yarrow. Yarrow is protection, and my porch is surrounded by it, and I think that is just amazing. My heart stopped when I walked in this yard and saw it. I knew this place was for me. And then this is all, again, the micronized oregano from this giant monster that the bees also love in the summer. Okay, I think that's the tour. Thank you all for, I'm going to flip around again. Thank you for coming along on the tour with me. So this is beginning of April 2021. Haven't named my garden yet, but we're here looking forward to a nice summer on the aPORCHecary and reformulating according to what I'm growing here and sharing with you everything that I have. All right, happy summer.